Italian motorcycles are unreliable, and if you've never owned one, you probably believe yourself when you say that. Truth is, they have their quirks just like any other bike. Yes, the older Ducatis had some issues with their charging system. The voltage regulator on the old 8 Series Ducatis were known to be really shitty. But so are the rectifiers in the Suzuki Gixxers, the same exact part. This topic is really dumb. We're moving on to parts availability. Is it true that it's hard to find parts for Italian motorcycles? Yes and no. Again, it just depends on the bike. I've never had issues trying to find 1098 or 1198 parts back when they were still being sold in dealerships. Now that we've moved on to the Panigales, obviously it's going to be harder to find parts for those older bikes. And it's the same thing with Japanese bikes. I really don't know why I keep getting these ding-dong comments from people who've never owned Italian bikes. Now, Aprilia might be the only exception to this rule. There's not a lot of Aprilia dealers here in the US, and trying to find parts for that bike is very difficult. But the RS V4 is a very niche motorcycle, and even my 2020 1100 factory, there wasn't a lot made worldwide. So trying to get parts specifically for that bike, yeah, it's pretty hard. But I've owned every version of the Panigale, from the 899 to the 1299 to the V4S. There's Ducati dealerships everywhere, and Panigale parts are a dime a dozen. Maintenance costs, let's talk about that real quick. It uses the same oil as Japanese bikes, the same tires, the same chains, the same sprockets, and believe me, Italian bikes do not use special gas. And if you have an L-twin Ducati, you only need to buy 2 spark plugs. This is really dumb, man. Parts are not more expensive for a Ducati or any other Italian bike than they would be for a Suzuki or Kawasaki. I don't know where you guys make up this bullshit in your head. Italian bikes are more expensive to maintain? That's a solid no. Here's one that might flip your world upside down. Italian motorcycles, and even the BMW, are way cheaper to insure than their Japanese counterparts. Let me explain. The general people who buy these Italian motorcycles are way more mature. For some reason, they generally have a higher income bracket, and we don't crash as much as you squids on your Japanese shit boxes. There's more open claims on Japanese bikes, more of them get stolen, and generally more younger idiots buy those bikes. Insurance premiums are way higher for Japanese bikes, which makes Italian bikes cheaper to own, you ding-dongs. And yes, I got that information from my insurance company and from personal experience. Part of the reason I no longer own Japanese super bikes and I switched over to Italian and German is because in the grander scheme of things, they're much cheaper to own. But as always, I don't know jack. You idiots know more than me. I'll see you in the comments section.